Welcome to IE News and to our viewers on itvtt.com. I am Micah Dominic. Thanks for joining us. In the headlines, auto dealers seek urgent talks with Finance Minister over hybrid vehicle tax changes. The Cabinet approves new apprenticeship policy to boost workplace experience for students and graduates. Police investigate targeted killing of taxi driver in Chaguanas. In our top story, the Trinidad and Tobago Automotive Dealers Association is seeking an urgent meeting with Finance Minister Devindranath Tanku following a decision to impose taxes on certain mild hybrid vehicles that were previously considered tax-exempt. TTADA President Visham Babwa said the association's concern is not with the classification of the vehicles, but with what he described as a sudden policy change that has affected dealers who relied on existing government guidelines when importing vehicles. He said some vehicles are currently being held at the port, while others have experienced delays after dealers were asked to pay additional taxes. Babwa said the association will write to the Finance Minister and the Comptroller of Customs and Excise requesting an urgent meeting to clarify the new tax treatment and resolve the issue. Cabinet has approved a new apprenticeship policy aimed at giving students and graduates valuable workplace experience before entering the job market. Here's more. Speaking with a media outlet, Minister of Tertiary Education and Skills Training, Professor Prakash Prasad, said the initiative will allow students pursuing technical and vocational qualification to gain hands-on industry experience while completing their studies. He added that the government also plans to expand internship opportunities for university graduates, ensuring they enter the workforce with practical experience. The minister said the policy will support nationally recognized apprenticeships and form part of broader plans to strengthen skills certification, improve graduate employability, and establish a national register for skilled trades and technical professionals. Police are investigating the fatal shooting of a 33-year-old taxi driver in what is believed to be a targeted attack in Chaguanas. Dead is Joel McCoon of New Settlement, Caroni Savannah Road. According to police officers, responded shortly after 7 p.m. on Thursday to reports of gunfire. Investigators say McCoon was crossing the roadway near his home when a man exited a silver Toyota Axio and opened fire. The gunman then returned to the waiting vehicle, which sped away from the scene. McCoon collapsed and was pronounced dead at the scene. Police cordoned off the area as crime scene investigators processed evidence. A motive has not yet been established and investigations are continuing. We pause for a moment. More news when we come back.
Perfection doesn't happen by chance. Like an artist, the cook selects the main ingredient, one that is worthy of a proud cultural tradition. Trusted to enhance your creations with its richness and versatility. To create a cooking masterpiece, the secret is simple. The brand we know, the brand we trust, the brand our ancestors have been using for generations.
There is only one pure cow brand ghee. Look for the marks of authenticity.
Expressions Limited, as one of the largest importers of tiles, offers an extensive range of high-quality tiles in ceramic, porcelain, granite, stone, and mosaic options. Additionally, we offer a variety of tile accessories and bathroom sets to complement any decor style. We are committed to providing exceptional customer service and swift delivery of all products. From indoor and outdoor tiles to bathroom sets and tile accessories, we have curated a range that caters to both traditional and modern taste. Lampus 13, Ajudha Road, Munro Road, Canopio. Call 223-8453.
Welcome back. The MV Golden Carrier will temporarily replace the MV Blue Wave Harmony on the Inter-Island Cargo Sea Bridge while the vessel undergoes scheduled maintenance and upgrades. The National Infrastructure Development Company Limited, NIDCO, says the substitution is provided for under the existing charter agreement and will come at no additional cost to the government. According to NIDCO, the Blue Wave Harmony's owner exercised an option to substitute the vessel at the end of its initial 6-month charter while maintenance is carried out. The Golden Carrier offers a slightly larger cargo capacity than the Blue Wave Harmony, can transport dangerous goods, and has additional refrigerated freight capacity. It also accommodates 399 passengers compared with 280 on the Blue Wave Harmony and features expanded onboard amenities. The vessel is scheduled to begin loaded sea trials on Sunday, July 26th, after which the Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago is expected to announce its commercial sailing schedule. NIDCO says the temporary replacement is intended to ensure uninterrupted cargo service between Trinidad and Tobago while the Blue Wave Harmony completes its maintenance program. The Ministry of Education has reaffirmed its commitment to building a more inclusive education system as the Caribbean Deaf Education Conference opened at the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus. Here's more. Delivering the feature address, Education Minister Dr. Michael Dowlath stressed that accessibility must become a core part of modern education, calling for captions, visual learning resources, and accessible technology to better support deaf and hard of hearing students. Held under the theme Pathways to Inclusive Education and Human Rights for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, Empowering Change in the Caribbean and Beyond, the 3-day conference brings together regional and international educators, policymakers, and advocates to discuss strategies for creating more equitable and accessible learning environments. The ministry says the conference reflects its ongoing commitment to removing barriers to education and ensuring every child has the opportunity to reach their full potential. Employees of Blue Waters Products Limited erupted in celebration on Friday after learning that Executive Chairman Dominic Hadid had been released from detention. Workers cheered and embraced as news of his release spread throughout the company's compound, with many describing Hadid as a respected leader and expressing relief that he had been freed. The Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association also welcomed the development. TTMA Chief Executive Officer Ramesh Ramdeen said he looked forward to seeing Hadid return to leading his company and continuing to contribute to the country's economy. Regional corporations across Trinidad and Tobago are set to strengthen their disaster response capabilities following the donation of nearly TT 1.5 million worth of emergency equipment by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The equipment was officially handed over to the Ministry of Rural Development and Local Government on Wednesday. Minister Khadija Amin describes the donation as a significant investment in national disaster preparedness, saying it will provide municipal corporations with the resources needed to respond more effectively during emergencies.
These items represent more than just equipment. They represent preparedness, not reaction, resilience, even when we are vulnerable, and partnership, even where we might have isolation in case of a disaster. It strengthens our national disaster management framework by giving our municipal corporations disaster management units the tools they need so that they can respond swiftly, they can coordinate effectively, and they can serve communities with greater confidence and efficiency.
The donated supplies include 8 rescue boats, more than 50,000 sandbags, 600 mattresses, portable generators, dewatering pumps, chainsaws, tarpaulins, and pressure washers. Minister Amin said the ministry is also establishing disaster relief warehouses in every region and has implemented strict accountability measures to ensure the equipment is properly managed and used only during times of disaster. Representatives of the church said the donation reflects its ongoing commitment to supporting communities and promoting disaster preparedness.
What I have sought to do is establish in every region where they will have their own stockpile. So in anticipation of this equipment coming in and this donation, we practically emptied our warehouse some months ago where all the equipment we had here was assigned to corporations. They must properly account for it. So you cannot randomly give away mattresses or tarpaulins because somebody wants one. They must be properly used in a time of disaster, and you must account for every piece of equipment. So they each have their own stockpile at present.
You're watching IE News. We'll return after these messages.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high-quality bromide-free, all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit us at Warrenville, Canoopia. Shiklisho Limited, quality you can trust.
Are you renewing your motor, homeowner or business insurances shortly? Then call Kalyani Limited, agency for Tatil, for a competitive quote. With 2 locations, Todd Street, El Socorro and 5 Rivers, Aruca. Please call us at 221-5051 or 227-5051. Kalyani Limited, agency for Tatil, building relationships exceeding expectations.
Welcome back. In our sport highlight, the 23rd Commonwealth Games officially got underway on Thursday with a spectacular opening ceremony at Scotland's OVO Hydro Stadium, marking the start of 2 weeks of competition involving 74 nations. Trinidad and Tobago's 36-member team proudly joined the Parade of Nations, led by flag bearers, heavyweight boxer Nigel Paul and national netball player Jolisa Cooper. Team Trinidad and Tobago will compete in athletics, boxing, cycling, gymnastics, judo, and netball as the country's athletes look to make their mark on the international stage over the coming weeks. Let's now take a look at some international news.
Tonight, West Virginia National Guard rescue vehicles out in force as record rain sends rivers raging. Terrifying video shows what families were up against when the rains came in Georgetown, West Virginia. Rising creeks trapping Bobby Jo Monnet and her family. In Buckhannon, Johnny Reed grabbing his son as his home security camera captures images of his shed and ATV washing away. Reed and his family tell ABC News they're safe tonight. The governor declaring a state of emergency, sharing this aerial video of devastated communities. Overnight in Nashville, swift water teams rescuing multiple people from vehicles. Police in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, patrolling flooded streets, carrying this woman to safety from her flooded car. The powerful system spawning more than a dozen reported tornadoes across 6 states. This one in Owenton, Kentucky, destroying a barn.
Hang on, we're gonna die together. We're gonna die.
Chris and Sharon Palmer's home in Grayson County also destroyed. They rode out the storm holding hands in these reclining chairs. Thankfully, they're okay. New York City's parkways flooding, and straight-line winds snap trees in front of drivers. This massive waterspout spotted off the Jersey Shore near Cape May. And in Stanhope, New Jersey, they're cleaning up from a confirmed tornado there. Meanwhile, along the Gulf Coast, red flags flying and beaches closed as Tropical Storm Bertha makes landfall in St. Bernard Parish, Louisiana. Streets flooding around Biloxi late today.
Tonight, families in mourning after the dignified transfer of the 4 American soldiers killed in the war with Iran. President Trump attending the solemn ceremony, saluting the returning soldiers. Sergeant Michael Emmanuel Swinton of North Carolina killed in Iraq, and the 3 soldiers killed after an Iranian attack on an American airbase in Jordan. The youngest, 19-year-old Isabella Gonzalez of Texas. Sergeant Angel Rampersad, 28, of Ozone Park, New York, and 25-year-old First Lieutenant Tyler James Fian of Hawaii. The president later flying the Fian family to Georgia on Air Force One, thanking them at a rally there hours later.
To Sherry and Stephen and David, we will carry Tyler's memory in our hearts forever, and I just want to thank you. It's an honor to have you here today. Please. He's looking down right here. He's so proud right now.
And tonight, a stark new threat. The president now warning that for every Iranian strike on a ship in the Strait of Hormuz, the U.S. will bomb and destroy one bridge or power plant inside Iran, including the capital Tehran. Deliberately targeting civilian infrastructure is a potential war crime under international law. And tonight, while vowing to stop Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon, the Trump administration signing a landmark nuclear deal with Saudi Arabia to allow them to develop a civil nuclear program and enrich uranium. The agreement sparking fierce backlash among 9/11 families who urged the White House not to move forward with the deal, while litigation over Saudi Arabia's alleged ties to the 2001 terrorist attacks remains unresolved in federal court.
When we return, your weather update and more, stay tuned.
Introducing Signature Marine Coatings. We bring you premium marine solutions powered by PPG coatings, including anti-fouling protection, high-grade epoxy systems, fiberglass materials, and complete marine refinishing supplies. Protect, enhance, and maximize the performance of your vessel with products you can trust. Get the finish your vessel deserves. We are located at Tardy Marine Limited in Chagaramas. Call us today at 2900-654 or email at signaturepaints@hotmail.com.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimati Lakshmilay Shukla and family cordially invites you and your family to one night of Bhagavad Mahapuran Katha in memory of the late Pandit Chandrabose Shukla's 60th death anniversary, to be held on July 31st, 2026 from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at their residence, Moraldo Tres Sambuco, Santa Cruz. Officiating will be Pandit Umarat Maharaj of Swaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Live broadcast on IETV.
Welcome back to IE's Major News. Let's take a look at today's weather forecast.
Today was generally warm and partly cloudy across Trinidad and Tobago, with a mix of sunshine and cloudy intervals throughout the day. A few scattered showers developed during the late morning and afternoon, particularly over central and southern districts, but most areas experienced predominantly fair weather. Temperatures climbed to approximately 32 to 33 degrees Celsius, while overnight lows are expected to settle between 24 and 25 degrees Celsius. Moderate easterly winds persisted across the islands, becoming fresh and occasionally gusty in exposed coastal locations and near passing showers. Sea conditions remained moderate, with offshore wave heights between 2.0 and 2.5 meters, while sheltered coastal waters experienced waves of 1.0 to 1.5 meters. Overall conditions remained warm, humid, and breezy, with only isolated shower activity. Tonight is expected to be partly cloudy, with a few isolated showers developing during the late evening and overnight hours. Warm and humid conditions will continue, accompanied by moderate easterly winds of 15 to 20 knots, with occasional stronger gusts. In exposed areas, marine conditions are expected to remain moderate, with offshore seas between 2.0 and 2.5 meters and sheltered waters ranging from 1.0 to 1.5 meters. Small craft operators and sea bathers are advised to continue exercising caution, particularly in offshore waters where seas may become choppy. Saturday is expected to begin with a mixture of sunshine and cloudiness across Trinidad and Tobago, with a few brief morning showers affecting isolated locations. During the afternoon, increasing moisture and daytime heat are likely to produce scattered showers and a slight chance of an isolated thunderstorm, particularly over western and central Trinidad. Temperatures are forecast to reach approximately 32 to 33 degrees Celsius, with warm and humid conditions persisting throughout the day. Moderate easterly winds will continue, becoming fresh and occasionally gusty near heavier showers. Sea conditions are expected to remain moderate, with offshore wave heights between 2.0 and 2.5 meters and sheltered coastal waters between 1.0 and 1.5 meters. Overall, Saturday is expected to be warm and breezy, with sunny intervals interrupted by scattered afternoon showers and a slight possibility of isolated isolated thunderstorm activity.
Let's take a look at some crime news.
Approximately 5,000 fully grown cannabis trees with an estimated street value of $5 million were destroyed by officers of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service during a cannabis suppression exercise conducted in the Laloon Forest, Moruga, on Tuesday, 21st July. The operation was coordinated by ACP Tiwari of the Criminal Investigations Branch, Senior Superintendent Edwards of the Special Investigations Unit, Senior Superintendent Hospitales, Superintendent Bertie, Woman Superintendent Bridgelal, Assistant Superintendents of Police Pacheco, Ramsaran, and Kulchan, Inspector Charles and Acting Sergeant Durham of the Southern Division. The exercise was supervised by Sergeant Lee and Corporal Silal Singh of the Jungle Operations Team. During the operation, officers discovered and destroyed 2 cannabis fields covering approximately 1.5 acres. The fields contained an estimated 5,000 fully grown cannabis trees with an estimated street value of $5 million. Officers also destroyed several water containers and other cultivation equipment used to maintain the illegal plantations. A 50-year-old Princess Town woman who was charged by officers of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Services Anti-Extortion Unit with fraud, extortion, and other related offences has been granted bail in the sum of $200,000 following her appearance before Master Sarah De Silva at the San Fernando Magistrates Court on Monday, 20th July. The matter was adjourned to September 4th. The accused, Michelle Lisa Gayadine Lochman, was charged with obtaining money by false pretenses, demanding money with menaces, kidnapping, and simple robbery. The charges arose out of an investigation conducted by the TTPS Anti-Extortion Unit into allegations that between July 2021 and May 2026, the accused falsely represented herself as an employee of the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services and promised to facilitate government assistance for a victim to rebuild her home in exchange for monthly payments of $2,500. Investigators further allege that when the payments ceased, the victim received repeated threats against her and members of her family, prompting a report to the Anti-Extortion Unit acting on intelligence. Officers of the Anti-Extortion Unit, supported by the Southern Division Criminal Investigations Department, executed an operation between 2 p.m. and 6 a.m. on Friday, 10th July, resulting in the arrest of Gayadine Lochman at a residence in Princestown. The investigation was spearheaded by Assistant Commissioner of Police Richard Smith.
Recapping the headlines, auto dealers seek urgent talks with Finance Minister over hybrid vehicle tax changes. Cabinet approves new apprenticeship policy to boost workplace experience for students and graduates. Police investigate targeted killing of taxi driver in Chaguanas. Well, this is where we leave you for now. On behalf of the entire news team, I am Micah Dumé. Thank you for joining us.